Welcome to Escape to the Country. I may be in the smallest city in England, but it has a very impressive cathedral organ. Find out where I am in just a moment. On today's show, I'm helping a couple relocate from a townhouse by the sea to a rural village, just like the one they grew up in. We'll be showing them some real country gems.
Oh, this is beautiful.
But will our mystery house hit the spot?
It adds a whole new meaning to home from home. I like it.
Today we're in Wells in Somerset, and the cathedral here has had an organ since 1310. This one, though, is a relative baby. It was built by Mr. Henry Willis in 1857, and later in the show I'm going to come back and have a lesson on it. Can't wait. The county of Somerset has many strong ties to the church and religion. Indeed, William Blake's poem Jerusalem, source of the famous hymn, is inspired by the story that Jesus accompanied his uncle, Joseph of Arimathea, on a trip to the tin mines of the region during the 1st century AD. Legend has it that Joseph of Arimathea went on to build a chapel in Glastonbury. Glastonbury itself is an area steeped in mystical associations, and it's believed by some to be the site of the Isle of Avalon, the final resting place of the legendary King Arthur and his Queen Guinevere. But this county has much more to offer than just stories of its past. Somerset is the setting for one of the most beautiful cathedrals in the country. Wells has been a place of formal worship since Roman times, and there's been a church on the site since the 8th century. Somerset is situated along the edge of the Bristol Channel and shares borders with Devon, Dorset and Wiltshire. It has a wealth of pretty villages, breathtaking countryside and spectacular historic sites. Predominantly agricultural land, the limestone hills of the Mendips sprawl in a line below Bristol, while their sister range, the Quantocks, stretch just east of Exmoor, which spans the border with Devon. Now, if you're looking for beautiful and traditional countryside living, then Somerset is a good bet because it has 1,610 square miles of countryside and some charming villages filled in turn with beautiful property. And as for prices, well, it's a little bit more expensive than the national average, but a regular detached house here is going to cost £45,000 less than the same thing over the border in neighbouring Dorset. So go on, treat yourself, take a look at what's on the market. If you're after a traditional property to match this county's rural allure, this 3-bed barn conversion in the heart of the market town of Crewkerne is full of character. It offers a number of original features, mixing the old with the new, and would set you back just under £240,000. Or what about this handsome house in the coastal town of Minehead, which was built in the 20s for a member of the gentry? For £585,000, you could lord it up with 5 bedrooms, an Edwardian plant room, and light and airy reception rooms. And if your budget can stretch to it, this gorgeous 5-bed converted barn in Cutcombe is believed to date back to the early 19th century, and it's set in 22 acres with views over Exmoor National Park. At £795,000, it has an enviable galleried living room with vaulted ceiling, French doors leading out to a terrace, and a variety of paddocks and outbuildings to play with. Are you tempted by Somerset's property treasures? Well, hopefully our buyers will be today, although they haven't come very far to go property shopping. Let's meet them. Meet Robert and Wendy. They actually went to school together in Wales, although it was many years later that they met up again and married. They have 3 sons and 4 grandchildren between them, and now they've added to their family further, with a dog and 2 cats. So the property they're looking for will need to have room for both guests and pets. Our buyers aren't quite ready to retire just yet, but they have begun to plan ahead. they feel now is the right time for them to sell their 4-bed Victorian townhouse in Portishead and move to a more rural location where they can be part of the community.
My perfect property would be towards the centre of a village, possibly with even like a village green in front of it and a pub. I'd like to be able to go out and know the people that I pass in the road.
Although they want to swap their sea views in Portishead for rolling hills and fields, they still want to stay in the same county.
We've got family close, we don't want to be too far away from them, but we want to make that transition into the country proper.
They have future plans for more leisure time and a home that will see them through their autumn years.
We want to find our final house together, really, our forever house. We want this to be the big move.
But Paul still has a good few years' work in him yet, and the move has to accommodate his professional needs.
I travel a great deal in my job, and in that we hope to move long before I retire, I still need access to communications, the motorways, and particularly the railway station to get to Heathrow.
The house they're looking for is one that's a similar size to their current home, but with less than the 3 floors they have now.
We need a good kitchen, a large and open lounge which could be combined with the dining room, at least 3 bedrooms, 1 for ourselves and 2 good guest bedrooms, a 4th bedroom which would probably become a study.
And a barn conversion is definitely on the cards.
The sort of place that I quite like is the conversion that might have been farm out buildings or whatever. And again, provided that they've been done well and relatively recently, then you've got a period property, but you've actually got a completely modern, renovated interior.
One thing they don't want is a property that needs too much work.
My biggest no-no for our new house is going to be a renovation project of any sort, and also anything church-like, ecclesiastical, converted chapel. No thank you, it's too creepy.
With their property search about to become a reality, as always, the money does the talking.
The budget for the new property is £400,000.
Wonderful, it's a classic escape assignment. A beautiful village with a cricket on the green and ducks on the pond and a lovely community, and in gorgeous Somerset. What more could we want? But no converted chapels or creepy churches. Well, not unless they misbehave. Robert and Wendy have asked us to find them a house in a thriving village in the centre of the county that's close enough to a station so he can hop on the train to Heathrow for work. So we'll be concentrating our search around Wells and Glastonbury. We've cherry-picked some prime properties in the area, and as usual, our buyers will need to guess the price before I reveal it to them. And then, of course, there's the mystery house, which might just inspire them to embrace new ideas. Morning, guys.
Hello.
Good morning.
Now, usually at this stage, I would say welcome to Somerset, but you're actually from Somerset.
We are.
Do you know this area? Is there a reason to move to this bit of Somerset?
No, we just like Somerset, and we don't really know this area at all, do we?
Yeah, I mean, basically, we've still got family back in Portishead. We don't want to divorce ourselves. We don't want to go right out into the wilds. We need some home comforts, but we need a different set of home comforts.
So is this a sort of final
Yep, this
footprint?
is it.
This is the
going
plan.
to be the
This
one.
is the plan.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And tell me your budget again.
400,000.
400,000, and I've got all your list of desired qualities.
Okay.
So let's go and look. They're all waiting for you.
Let's go
Wow,
for it.
thank you.
Robert and Wendy are prepared to spend £400,000 on a light and airy house with a minimum of 3 bedrooms. They want a big kitchen and are happy to combine their new sitting room and dining room in an open-plan space. They'd like a manageable-sized garden and a property that's in a village with a lively community. And definitely not on the list is a project. This couple want a house they can move into straight away. We're starting our property hunt in the village of Wootton, on the doorstep of the vibrant town of Street and just 2 miles from historic Glastonbury. Wootton is a popular village tucked away on the edge of the Polden Hills. It's a lively community with a couple of pubs and a farm shop. The local church, the Church of the Holy Trinity, is a Grade 2 listed building. Situated on the A39, the front of our first house has been reversed. The garages face the road, while the entrance to the property is accessed via the back garden. Now this is very unorthodox to show you the house from the back,
Right.
but you won't have overlooked the fact there's a road at the front. In many ways, this house offers you everything that you want on paper.
Good.
So we wanted to show it to you despite the fact that obviously the road is not ideal. But tell me about the location, tell me about the road, tell me about the building, tell me what you think.
Building looks absolutely lovely, and the garden, from what I can see so far, is stunning, lovely, and I love the way that it backs onto a field. That's really nice.
In terms of the old adage of making a first impression, you've got to give this one just a little bit extra, because as you walk away from the road, it just adds and adds and adds and adds and creates a terrific impression, to be honest. It really does.
Shall we have a look inside?
Love
Let's
to.
go for it.
Yes, please.
It adds and adds, I like that. A very positive first reaction for house number 1. So this is the front side door. And there's plenty more for them to get excited about inside. And it brings us straight into the dining room.
It's lovely. I like this. It's just us, really, isn't it? I like this.
yeah.
I like the floor, and
Because the aspect
light.
of the house, you've got the double light,
Yeah.
light on both sides, and that really does help a great deal.
I'll give a little bit of the history. This was all agricultural outbuildings, so they had all various functions. But you can see these sort of cross beams that go across.
Yeah.
That was where the hay was dropped down, and underneath was a sort of manger on that side of the
right.
thing. And actually, underneath these tiles, there's the original cobbles.
Yeah.
And I like the easy access from the kitchen. I don't like doors. Lots of houses take the doors away, etc., and this really works well.
Good. Well, we'll come back to the kitchen later, but let's have a look at the main event, which is this wonderful living room.
Oh, this is beautiful. That is just lovely, isn't it?
It's probably a bit too early to be talking about wow factors.
Never to
Takes a bit of
wow
research.
factor.
It's just beautiful. It's so light.
It's great,
One thing
isn't
that
it?
we really wanted.
The one thing I like about a conversion type building is that for the sort of money that we've got, which isn't excessive, it's the only opportunity that you get for this size of living room.
But actually, this was the shearing shed, so you can see there's some hooks there where they hung the shears. So all the sheep from the estate would come in here, and actually, this side of it was completely open. These were open to the elements, so there was no wall here. The architect put these sort of curved, cylindrical. This is a feature really to give some
Well,
space.
it's very cleverly done.
Now, the house is in sort of two halves. So there's an upstairs at this end, because again, it was all built really to be away from the road. Can you hear the road? Is it bothering you inside?
Not inside at all,
No,
no.
not at all.
So a lot of the living quarters are on this side. There is actually another sort of staircase on the other end going up to some other rooms. But let's have a little peek up at the sort of master bedroom, family bathroom. So on this side there's a family bathroom here and a little room which could be a study or a dressing room. And through here is the master bedroom.
Yeah, it's nice. It's not huge, but it's does everything you need a bedroom to do, doesn't it? We've got room to walk around the bed.
The storage space makes a big difference.
Yep.
Yeah.
It compensates for what appears to be a smaller room.
So the master gets the thumbs up. Let's see if we can build on this momentum as we head to the kitchen. Here it is.
Oh, right. It's compact.
Yeah.
Compact. Is it too small?
The important thing is the work surface, and there's lots of work surface there, and storage space within the cupboards anyway. No, I like that. I could
You could cook in here.
I could cook in there.
Are you the cook?
Yes, yeah.
He's the cook.
Well, next to the kitchen, you've got this fabulous utility room, which really is a
Oh,
boost.
that is good. Yes, that's a great advantage.
Yeah, so it's a second kitchen, in effect.
Essentially,
Yes,
it is,
yeah.
yes.
It's a bit like the TARDIS, it just gets bigger, actually.
Meeting our buyer's requirements for guest space, there are two further good-sized bedrooms, both with skylights up the second set of stairs. There's also an additional family bathroom. At 1/3 of an acre, this superb, expansive garden might be bigger than Robert and Wendy were looking for, but it does include an apple orchard, a vegetable patch, and views over neighbouring fields. Lovely viewing weather.
Yes,
Absolutely.
They always say if you see a house you like in the rain, then you're going to love it in the sunshine.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we like what we've seen in the rain.
Yes, indeed. I mean, you couldn't get worse conditions to make a first impression, and it's still a good impression.
How much do you think it's on the market for?
I would go pretty near 400. What about you?
I think the quality is such that it would push it towards 395.
Your instincts are all correct.
Really?
It's £50 short of your budget, so it's
Really?
just a smidgen under £400,000.
Right. Yeah. I'm not surprised because the quality is there and the
Yeah,
size is
that's
lovely.
right. That's right.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send you back in to have a little route around, maybe look at the upstairs at the back, because
Yeah.
those are rooms you haven't seen. And then we'll meet out the front and then we can move on to the next.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Fantastic, thank you.
On you go.
Let's go.
Lovely.
Cheers.
Within budget at just shy of £400,000, this converted detached barn provides a strong opener for Robert and Wendy. It's got 4 good-sized bedrooms, a fantastic open-plan living space featuring exposed roof timbers and natural stone, and a good-sized kitchen. It is on an A road rather than in a quiet country lane, but will this be a deal-breaker?
I was really impressed by the standard of the property. One thing I really didn't want to have was any work to do to a house when we move in. I think the downstairs space is better than the upstairs space.
To be frank, for the money, I didn't expect to find so much space. Looking at the house, I would say that this is a house that we could live in. Not absolutely sure about the location. We'd have to take one step backwards and look at it objectively. It's the first house that you've shown us, and you'd like to think it can only get better, but it can't. It's a super house.
You gathered up all your bits and pieces?
Yes, thank you.
We are done in Walton.
Good.
Let's proceed. Robert and Wendy are no strangers to Somerset, having spent the last 5 years in the coastal town of Portishead in the northwest. But much of the rest of the county is still uncharted territory for them. So earlier this week, we took them to the cathedral city of Wells, the smallest city in England and the centre of our house search. Taking its name from the springs that supply the moat surrounding the bishop's palace, Wells retains a wealth of medieval buildings. The Vicar's Close is a cobbled street of uniform houses dating back to the 14th century. It's thought to be the oldest complete medieval street in Europe, remaining unchanged for almost 700 years. The street still houses choir members of the impressive Wells Cathedral, which was built in the 12th century. Just outside Wells lies another building of historical importance, and one that Robert, who enjoys cooking, might find appealing. Located in the village of Wootton, Burcott Mill dates back over a millennium and is one of the only 2 fully working water-powered flour mills left in Somerset. We arranged for Robert and Wendy to see the historic process.
Hello,
Wendy.
Steve.
Hi there.
How are you doing?
Hi, Steve.
Welcome to Burcott Mill.
Thank you very much indeed.
Well, this is where it all happens. Would you like to have a look?
Absolutely.
Okay, well,
Please do.
follow me.
Come on, let's go.
The flour at Burcott Mill is produced using the same methods and machinery that were employed 150 years ago. The flour is ground between 2 millstones, each of which weigh about 3/4 of a tonne. Powered by water drawn into the mill from the River Axe, these twin stones can produce 50 kilos of flour every hour. An example of this process can be seen using a quern and handstone.
So, shall I show you how it works?
Yes, please.
Just take a bit of grain, you can drop it in the middle of the top stone, which is the runner stone, and then using a bit of hand power,
There it is.
it makes the flour.
Wow.
Would you like a go?
Wendy, I think.
Help yourself. Take some grain. I wouldn't put too much grain in, otherwise it'll be really hard to turn and you'll look quite weak. So you wouldn't want that.
This method had been used in Britain for generations until the Romans introduced water mills.
There you go.
Oh, well,
I can see some flour.
I wouldn't like to spend all day doing that.
The mill produces 20 tonnes of flour a year, supplying hotels, restaurants and bakeries across the county. And it also has its own tea house, serving bread made in the mill.
Bread's delicious, thank you. Lovely, thank you very much.
We continue our search on the edge of the village of North Wootton. The name Wootton means the settlement in or by a wood. Located 3 miles south of Wells, the village is dominated by the heights of Twin Hills Wood and Launchley Hill. Our second house is another barn conversion, this time set in delightful open countryside, well away from any main roads. Do you spot the difference?
Peace, quiet.
Peace, quiet. We're on the road.
Fantastic.
A marked contrast to the A road we were on earlier.
Yeah, very much so.
And the house I want to show you is this one here. It's joined to, eventually, this used to be a pub or a cider house, and this was the barn against barn conversion, and it was converted back in the 80s.
Looks very promising.
I mean,
Looks
inviting.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
can't wait to go in.
Big.
Should we look inside?
Yeah,
Yes,
let's have a look.
please.
Absolutely, let's go.
As it's tucked away from any traffic noise, the initial reactions to this house makes me think we may have hit the jackpot. Come on in. Straight through into the kitchen diner.
It's empty at the moment.
It's
An
empty.
empty house. Usual.
So a different proposition here.
Yes.
So the thing about this property is that we've got all the location and potential, but the house I think needs a bit of you in it.
Updating. Yeah.
It doesn't strike me as needing that much to it on first impression, certainly. Okay, the house is
Wow.
empty, and so you don't have the...
Well, well, says Wendy with a big question mark. What would you do, Wendy?
Well, it's units in the floor for a start.
Yes, this floor could
Yeah.
probably do with a little sparkle. So unlike the last property, this is a smaller house. It's quite simple, the layout. This is really the heart of the property,
Right.
the big kitchen diner. And then you've got through here, this is the sitting room.
Oh, this is pleasant. It's quite light.
It's airy, it's light,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
got super access out to the garden and lawn there.
Yeah.
And the garden is spectacular when we looked at
It does sort of
Nice
cry out
views.
for a
I
conservatory
was
or
just going to
light
say
or
that, yes.
extension
Conservatory
in
would
that
be great.
respect. It
Yeah.
does.
And if that was in your budget, then that would be, I think, a really good addition to the property. Well, that's a turnaround. Having said they weren't keen on a project, our buyers are now suggesting changes they could make to this house. So perhaps they might consider some renovation after all. Let's see if we can build on their ideas upstairs. This is the biggest room. Would be maybe the master bedroom.
It's nice and light. First impression is airy. I think I'd be inclined to take that away.
Yeah, the vanity. I mean, I was thinking there are other options. I mean, there's only 3 bedrooms here.
Right.
So you could have this as the master, or I was thinking if we look down the landing, there's a little room there. And this is the other big room at the front of the house. And the reason I thought maybe you could make this your bedroom because you're next to the bathroom.
Right.
So if you're going to take that vanity unit, it would make more sense. And I don't know why, I just thought this would be a nicer room to sleep in.
This is a bit more combining in that to get a study out of this and then accommodate grandchildren or indeed anybody else is going to be imaginative, I think.
Although the bedrooms are small, one significant extra this property does have is a large garage, which could be used as additional living space with some clever renovation work. And the garden, with its mature trees and shrubs, does have a unique selling point. Personally, I think you should buy this house because of that tree.
It's pretty
Just
spectacular.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's stunning.
Wellingtonia, there are not many of them in the country. It's quite a rarity to find it here in the middle of Somerset. Beautiful. Maybe 200 years old.
Incredible.
And looking back at the house itself, can you see anything that you'd like to do?
Needs to be made an awfully lot bigger. It needs more space upstairs and downstairs, really. So it needs an extension or conservatory or something to make it bigger.
Perfect. There's perfect room for it, but it's going to cost money.
What do you think the asking price is?
I would go for 365.
I would have gone less. I would have gone for 340.
340.
Yeah.
So you're going to be shocked to find out that actually this is only £500 less than your asking price.
Really?
Yes.
Gosh.
On the market for just a shade under £400,000.
Gosh. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, largely because of the location.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed. I mean, it has got a lot going for it. It really has. Not quite in our direction, I don't think.
Yeah.
Certainly very clearly not in your direction. Good. Well, go have a look around inside, and then we
Thank
can continue thinking afterwards.
OK,
Let's have a look.
thanks.
Coming in just under their budget of £400,000, our second house does need some work, so Robert and Wendy would have to factor that in. But it does have 3 bedrooms, a sitting room with an exposed stone fireplace, a fantastic rural location, and it also has a garage that could be refurbished to add additional living space.
It would have had to be a lot cheaper to make me want to do stuff to it, because it's the price it is. We wouldn't have any surplus money to do anything with it, really.
I mean, we might find that we're going to have to restructure what we think we're going to get for our money at the end of the day. Yes, we're looking for that village, rural community and to be a part of community, but the house and the fact that we're going to live in it for the rest of our years has to come first.
Somehow I think a 90-foot Wellington is not going to sway them to buy this house after all. Hello.
Hello.
All done?
Yes, indeed.
So pull the door and we shall go home and reflect. As the sun dips over the Mendip Hills, our buyers have plenty to think about. They've had mixed reactions to the properties we've seen so far, but what surprises will the Mystery House have in store for them tomorrow? With a budget of £400,000, Robert and Wendy want to say goodbye to the sea views offered by the town of Portishead in North Somerset and move further south to a village where they can become part of the community. So far, they've had contrasting reactions to the 2 properties we've shown them.
It's just beautiful. It's so light. So it needs an extension, conservatory.
With one more property to go, will our Mystery House whet their appetite for something different?
Gosh, isn't that fantastic?
It is, actually.
And later in the programme, I'll be working on creating my own harmonious atmosphere. Wendy and Robert are on the horns of, for this show, a very familiar dilemma. House or location? Because yesterday morning we showed them that beautiful property but on a noisy road, wasn't ideal, and then a lovely location with a house that they weren't so crazy about. However, one thing has shifted, because at the beginning they were adamant that they didn't want a project. And yet, at the second house yesterday, they were, yes, we could put a sunroom here or an extension there, and that gives me a glimmer of hope, because our Mystery House, if they are prepared to soften their attitude towards renovation, could be their forever home. The Mystery House, what do you think we might be showing you?
Wow, I know you can be very sneaky on the Mystery House. So really, really don't have that much of an idea.
Is there anything that you're definitely hoping it's not?
Well, I have said that the thing that I really would not like is something like a church. Graves would really worry me.
So no open graves for flower beds?
No, absolutely not. No.
So on to our Mystery House in the village of Chilcompton, slightly further north in the Mendip Hills and about 20 minutes from Wells. Chilcompton is a thriving village with 3 churches, a shop with a post office and 2 good country pubs. Right in the heart of the community, our Mystery House has got the central location Robert and Wendy are after, and it's also a conversion, but perhaps not quite the kind they had in mind. Now, because you were both so well behaved and such lovely house buyers, I didn't take you to a converted church.
Oh, thank you.
But I did take you to a converted pub.
Indeed. Yes. The place I've always wanted to live in. It adds a whole new meaning to home from home. I like it.
So you approve of a converted pub?
Yeah, that's fine.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Should we go and have a look inside?
Yeah.
This former pub used to be a cider house for the miners who worked in the local colliery. But will our buyers chisel out their own changes to put their stamp on it? I'm going to start at the back of the house because I can make more sense of the history this way.
Right. Oh.
Oh.
I didn't expect to see such an open space, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The owner was telling me that this is probably the oldest part of the house, and it was probably a sort of long farmhouse.
Yeah.
So it's got these fantastic flagstones, and that's the sort of historic base. And then the pub actually came later, sort of in the 1880s. For example, here you see this light pointing in that alcove. That's where the dartboard was.
All right.
So it's been sort of, and they've sort of moved it around.
Yeah.
For example, this wall is just a stud wall. This would have been one long
I see.
room.
Right.
And you might want to reinstall that.
Yeah. It's really surprising. I hadn't
Yes, it is.
expected, when you come in the front door, you didn't expect to see this amount of space back here.
I would take the wall away just to have the space and more light, but that's a small job.
Although opening up the ground floor would mean losing the existing study, there is still space for a small reading room in what used to be the old snug bar. The kitchen, however, is a space they wouldn't need to work on. You can see this is an area that they've really finished off to a high spec.
Indeed. This
Yes.
is nice.
And you've got the lovely butler sink, the sort of granite work surfaces. I think this is a nice little bit. They found this as they were renovating 1832.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Some point in the house's history.
Yeah.
It's been restored there. So this was actually a Victorian addition. This was a sort of utility room. The kitchen was actually there. So they've knocked through to make it, I think, a much more livable space.
Yeah, I think you've got the kitchen diner, haven't you? It's all one, and I like that. I like open plan living. I think that's really nice.
And there are other original features our buyers might like too. This is a really interesting feature from the old pub. You see, it's where they turned off all the pub lights in one go. So this is the central control board for all the lights downstairs, other than the kitchen. It's actually slightly annoying. Because you can't turn them off in the rooms.
Oh, really?
But be part of the project.
Indeed.
It seems that Robert and Wendy might be coming around to the idea of a project after all. And I'm hoping the 3 upstairs bedrooms will meet their expectations. We could be on to a winner. Now, we don't often show people bathrooms on the show, but this is a rather big one.
Gosh, isn't that fantastic?
It is actually.
Yes.
It's the sort of bathroom we would hope to see, but never do.
Across the landing into the master bedrooms.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice. My eye is taken by the black.
Mesmerised by the black feathers.
Absolutely, and yes, but if you ignore the black and have a look at the size of the room, I think it's
It's a good sized room.
It is, yeah. It would
Presumably good
suit
storage
us.
over there.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a little surprise around the corner.
Ah,
Unbelievably, through this little door, there is space for an ensuite. Not yet,
lovely.
completed.
Not here, but
But all the plumbing is there.
yeah, it certainly would be
There it
very
is.
handy to have it. I like having an ensuite.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
So there's potential for an extra bathroom and also 3 really good-sized bedrooms for all the grandchildren when they come to stay. And once here, the whole family can enjoy the ample-sized garden, which, unlike some other parts of the house, doesn't need any work at all and is easy to maintain. So this is your garden, not the biggest that I've shown you, but I think actually rather charming.
Indeed.
It's about the size that I would want a garden to be, really. Not too big. Yeah.
What do you think of the property overall?
It's a very interesting property.
Yes.
It's got huge potential.
It appears to be cosmetically sound, but then you think, it might be some heavy makeup needed here rather than just cosmetics. I think there might be more to it in terms of what you'd really like to do to it than meets the eye.
Heavy makeup being sort of like Botox.
Yes, exactly, yes.
Structural surgery.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How much do you think it's on the market for?
No, that's a challenge.
Yes. I would guess personally at 385.
Going on yesterday's experience, I'd say it's still pretty close to 400,000.
You are correct. It is actually the most expensive property. It is 400,000 on the
right.
nose.
Right.
There you go.
And it's actually dropped 50,000 in the last... It's been on the market for a while. It's been on the market for 12 months, so it's dropped 50,000 already.
Right.
But that's the salient fact that you need to take with you as you walk around the house and think whether that deep surgery, that cosmetic surgery on the house is going to cost too much.
Okay.
Right, let's go and look.
Thank you. See you in a bit.
Coming in at £400,000, this property, formerly a public house, has many of the features Robert and Wendy are after. It has 4 bedrooms, and it's in the centre of a lively village community, but it does need some updating. So is renovation something they'd consider, or will they be calling last orders on the old inn?
I think there's an awful lot of space downstairs. Keeping the front room on the left as a study, in effect, but the rest of it you could actually make one large, very, very cosy but spacious living room.
I would have to be in the house for about a year probably before it would feel like it was our house.
When we started the process, we thought we don't really want to have to be doing anything to the house. Everybody wants to walk into something that's perfect, and life isn't like that. There's always got to be a compromise.
Definitely getting a bit brighter. The sun may well come out.
It might.
In that case, you have to buy the house.
Okay.
Simple.
If you say so, absolutely.
No, let's go and think about it.
Okay.
Now, as you may remember, I've got a project of my own to get stuck into. I'm back at Wells Cathedral to learn about the organ here. Head organist Matthew Owens is going to show me how to play it.
Morning, Matthew.
Good morning, welcome to Wells Cathedral.
Oh, it's so beautiful. What an amazing bath for the eyes to have all this. And the organ, what a fantastic beast.
It is absolutely stunning. You're in the Queen of English cathedrals, as it's known, and this is the very heart of the cathedral, the choir, which we spell Q-U-I-R-E. And this is where the cathedral choir sings services every day.
I'm sure. Now, I'm a terrible old hack on the piano, but my brief is here to take a lesson from you. So can we get up into the organ loft?
Absolutely, let's go.
Every organ is unique, with different sounds and different means of operating. There won't be another one like this anywhere else in the world.
Wow, it's a real beast.
It certainly is. This is the nerve centre of the organ.
So 4 manuals, they're called, aren't they?
Four manuals and pedals down below.
Pedals.
These manuals all correspond to the stops here. So we have the choir organ, which is here on the lowest manual. This division here is called the swell because literally the sound swells. There's a sort of system of almost Venetian blinds which open and shut, as you'll hear now.
Ah, so like a crescendo.
Yeah. And of course it's got very soft sounds as well.
Wonderful. Okay, so in terms of you teaching me something,
Yeah.
the basics of, playing maybe, but also this piece.
Well, why don't you start on this one?
Okay.
You want lots of noise. I think you want lots of noise, really, don't you? Yes. Right, here we go. And then go up here.
Oh.
And then here.
Now what? Ah, pedal,
Excellent. 10 out of 10. That's it. Excellent, you're a natural.
Exhausted.
You're a natural.
2 bars in, I'm exhausted. So you do the difficult bit.
Organs need constant maintenance, just like any complex machine, and this one was substantially rebuilt in 1973. Upkeep includes repairs to features like the electrical components and the leather parts, and it can cost up to £1 million. But of course, it's cheaper than buying a new one. At the top end, a brand new cathedral organ will set you back anywhere between £2 and £4 million.
Ah, bravo, maestro, it's wonderful. Thank you so much, Matthew. It's
been
a real
great pleasure.
joy.
Lovely to meet you.
What a beast. I'm not so sure the converted pub was really Robert and Wendy's cup of tea or pint of cider, but it did raise some interesting issues about how much work they're prepared to do to get their forever home. So let's find out which one was the best contender. Tell me about the houses we visited, because it's useful to kind of run through them to find out what you thought about them. What about the first house?
Absolutely love house number 1.
Really?
Really, really.
Terrific house.
It's just had everything that I would want in a house. And it had such a lovely feel about it. It was a homely feel. You went in and it was just really perfect. The one drawback, and it was a fairly large drawback, is the road.
Robert, are you quite as dewy-eyed about it?
Yeah, indeed. I really did like the house. I heard, again, doing a bit of digging, that there might have been a possibility of a bypass that might have been stopped because of the current economic situation.
Can you pull strings, Robert?
Well, I wish.
That would be good.
But if there was a prospect of that, then now might be the time to buy that house.
Yeah. Well, that's
Very much
very
so.
good. Did you snuffle that bit of information out? Excellent.
Well, I have my sources.
What about house number 2? Because there you didn't have any worry about traffic noise.
No, situation for house number 2, perfect, lovely. But the house itself just didn't do it. The layout was wrong. It was too small.
It had the feel of a sort of 10 or 20-year-old 3-bedroom semi.
Now, the mystery house, this was interesting because at the second house, the house previously, you'd been saying, oh yes, we could put an extension, we could put a sunroom, even though you'd said that you didn't want to do any projects. So with the mystery house, it needed some work doing. What are your thoughts about that now?
I think it did require work, but you could see a way through it. You could see what needed to be done to make it how you would like it to be. So it did have possibilities.
Overall, I was afraid that we didn't really get you your forever home ready, packaged, in the right location, ready to move into, on budget. What have been your reflections on budget and area since then?
Maybe we need to rethink, or at least think about the compromises we're prepared to make to have what we wanted. But you really did nearly hit the jackpot with the first house.
You really did. You really did. And in some respects, that spoiled us for the rest of it.
And what will happen next?
Well, we're thinking of going back and having a look at it another time.
Yeah,
and
certainly.
checking it out and checking out the bypass and things like that. So.
Well, I wish you all the best. I hope that Somerset opens its heart to you again and that you find your forever home.
Thank you very much.
It
It's been
certainly does.
brilliant. We really
It's our
enjoyed our
delight,
time.
really.
Thank you.
We were a bit overwhelmed by the concept of finding Wendy and Robert's dream home and then having to deal with all the mess of roads and budgets and compromise, but I've been thinking about it, and in a way, dream homes, forever homes, they're a slow business. You move in with your family and your friends and you make it the warm place that you want to spend the rest of your life in. And I'm pretty confident that Wendy and Robert will find that place. And if you've enjoyed our adventures here in Somerset, then join us next time somewhere in the UK for another escape to the country. Although property number 1 was Robert and Wendy's favourite, the proposed bypass is still many years off, too long for them to wait. But rural Somerset still holds the key to their future plans. If you'd like to escape to the country in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland or England and need our help, please apply online at bbc.co.uk/beonashow.